What up, everybody? How y'all doing this morning? This backwoods, man. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll talk about it. Some of the stuff with Jeffrey Epstein. I've been watching, kind of keeping up with it with the Epstein files and such. So, we'll see what happens. What up, y'all? How's it going this morning? Told y'all I was going to try to do some more live streams, man. Sometimes I see a lot of stuff on, I watch a lot of live streams and watch a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of regurgitation of things. And, sometimes you just feel like, man, what's the point of going up there? Just going to, talk about the same talking points, man. Let me get my comment thing here fixed. Hillbilly, first one in the house. My good brother Hillbilly. Hutch, what's up? Oops, Shorty, Teresa, Anthony Crouch. Let's see, Shorty. There's my boy Dino. There's Cobra. What's happening? What's happening? Teresa Buchanan. See who else is in here. White Collar Prepping. Eric King. Metal for breakfast, my brother. How you doing, man, this morning? How y'all folks doing this morning, man? It's a lovely day out here, at least in my neck of the woods. I don't know about y'all's, man, but it's nice out here. It's a little chilly, as you can see. I got my little jacket on here, and it's kind of chilly, man. They're still saying what's the temperature? It's 39 degrees. Well. Cold reality, what's happening? Renee. Oh, boy, things jumping around here. On break at work, Susan D. How you doing? How y'all folks doing, Anthony? Pat Evans. So I wanted to come on here this morning and talk about the Epstein stuff. I don't know how much y'all have y'all been keeping up with, they were supposed to release some Epstein files yesterday, you know what I mean? Pam Bondi come out, and Loretta, what's happening? Pam Bondi had come out. Debbie B, what's happening? Pam Bondi had come out and said that she was on Tucker Carlson and said she was going to release some Epstein files, right? And Joe Morgan, how's it going? Gypsy Soul, Susie, Whittle's Diary. How y'all doing? Everybody's still saying good morning to everybody. Well, y'all just be just friendly as hell and say good morning, man. How y'all doing? J9, what's up? It says getting ready to process chicken today. Some chickens. Man, I don't know if I'd be processing any chickens. I'd be having them stay alive and laying some eggs for me, and I'd be selling them jokers, man. I'd be slinging eggs on the curb down the road, man. Blackbird, how's it going this morning? Man, them eggs, man, you get more for the eggs than the drugs these days, man. I'm allergic to poultry. DB, how's it going? How you doing? Oh, just meat birds? Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right, I guess. Sorry. Trying to get this. Anyway. Shaldron. Shadron. I don't know how I say that name, Shadron. Leslie, give me liberty or death. How you doing? Morning chat, morning. Mark 8 hour. 8 sourdough fixing to make my first batch of pancakes. Oh. Jacob 2A, how's it going, man? The 2A guy, man. The 2A guy. Yankee watchdog. I'm just not that friendly. Well, you can say hello anyway, Yankee. You old grouchy bastard. Billy, how's it going? How y'all doing? Yeah, man, our eggs are. I went up there and to get them cage free, the special eggs as they say, they're like $9 a dozen up there at the Walmarts. The files thing has me questioning whether Trump played us. All right, so Captain Coral, how's it going this morning? Sorry, I'm just kind of doing a couple of things here. When is his shit show going to be over with? Is it $10 a dozen? Yeah, hillbilly, I ain't kidding, man. They're seriously like $9 a dozen in a lot of places. Man, I looked and the 18, no, it was a big pack, man. It was like 36 eggs or something, man. It was like $28, dude. Crazy, man, how much the eggs. So, she's a liar like the rest of them. I want to get into this, and I started to do a live stream about this a couple of times, man. I've been pondering on this. I've been really pondering on this and just kind of watching what everybody's saying, reading a bunch of comments over the last, especially since yesterday, because, that's when the release was. I even texted my fellas, man, and was like, hey, they're supposed to release the Epstein files here in a little while and everything, So when the debacle happened yesterday, I was like, all right, let me sit back and watch and see, you know what I mean? Let me just see what everybody's saying, just kind of pay attention, because one of the things that, for one, I've been watching Trump for a while, and I know everybody else has too. And I what I'm trying to get at is, like, I've been literally, Robert Winslow, how you doing this morning? I've been literally like really paying attention to what Trump says and trying to decipher, because if you notice, Trump does a lot of things. The way he does them is like let's say when he was on the campaign trail and he said they're eating the cats and the dogs. Boy, everybody laughed about it. The news media, boy, they laughed. Ha ha. It's, look at this lunatic, they're not eating the cats and the dogs. But what it did do is, Maria Ann, how you doing this morning? But what it did do was it brought light onto the fact of all these migrants that were getting brought in there, right? And flooding this town. We're talking, I don't remember the numbers or whatever, but you're talking about like a 10,000 person town, and they bring in 5,000 freaking people. That can change the whole demographics of that whole town. And not to mention, when you just flood people in like that, especially from another country, it causes a lot of problems and a lot of chaos. So, yeah, exactly. And so when Trump said that they're eating the cats and the dogs, it brought a lot of attention onto that particular community, right? And so this is the way Trump does things, okay? And so as far as it goes for the Epstein list, Jamal Merkel, how's it going? And as far as it goes for the Epstein list, the way Trump plays things, I believe this was done on purpose, because first off, what you need to know is that these people, there's Chad Prather, there was God dang, there was several people, Libs of TikTok, DC Drano, another creator, the influencer, whatever you want to call them. They were brought in, and they were just, told they were going to meet people and, all this different stuff. Well, then they were handed these folders, right? This Epstein stuff. And so what happened from there is they were like, okay, we're going to be meeting with some people, yada, yada. So, we're going to have to escort y'all out this way. Well, from what I understand, I watched a video of someone that's been in the press corps thing, kind of like. And so what they did was they said there's 2 or 3 different exits that they can take them out. One of them leads to a place they call the Sticks, okay? And this Sticks place is kind of where some of the press corps hang out, They can't really go inside, whatever. They escorted them out that door where all the press corps was, right? And so, of course, the press corps is like, oh, what's going on, And then they're holding up these books, that say the Epstein files or whatever list, phase 1, okay? All right, so from there, I think this is my personal opinion, because that was, yes, definitely a photo op. Man, that was such. What's up, Rabbit? How you doing this morning? The photo op, that's all that was, man. And what has Trump been saying this whole time that he's, even back in the 2016, what has he been saying the whole time? I'm going to drain the swamp, right? Okay, well, what do you think the swamp is? Okay, the swamp is many of these bureaucrats. You got a lot of these FBI, CIA, these people in USAID. A lot of these people that are all together, they're intermingled there. That's the swamp. These are people that are part of the swamp. So in order to drain the swamp, you must identify what part to drain. You see what I mean? You got to put the work in order to drain the swamp. So let me give you an example. You got a pond, let's say, a big swampy looking pond, and you want to drain it. You got to go and break the levee. You've got to go and dig the levee up. You got to go and put in work so that the water starts draining. You see what I mean? So I think that what that was yesterday, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm saying it's my opinion from what I've been seeing. I think that they knew that this was a nothing burger. This was done to let the world know, to let the United States know, to let the people know that there is factions, and if you notice, one of Trump's big deals is shrinking the government and getting rid of all this waste, fraud, and abuse. So in order to do that, you've got to, because he's been catching hell, which he knew he was going to catch hell at every turn. They're suing him for every fucking thing he's done. There's like 70 lawsuits filed against the Trump administration right now. And I think this was a big overall psyops, a big play, a big photo op to get people to expose themselves, to get people to say, to show people, hey, here's where the problems are. Here's where the problem is over here. Here's where the problem is over there. Because, listen, just because the president takes power, who gives him that power? Now, think about this for a minute. Okay, we the people, we vote a president in, right? Yada, yada. Who gives him the power? That would be all the Congress, the agencies, his administration. These are the people that actually give this man power. Because if all of them say no and turn against him, the president, what is he going to do on his own? I mean, think about that. What is Trump, an 80-year-old man, basically going to do? You see what I'm saying? What's he going to do if all the agencies, if everybody says, yeah, no, we're not doing what you say? So it's the people that give him the power. And so from there, he's got to have the right people in place. And right now, there's a civil war going on inside of the government against these, between these agencies. Just because Kash Patel is the head of the FBI, now you've got the Southern District of New York, who is doing what? They've got the Epstein file. They've got the actual stuff, okay? So if he doesn't, they said they wanted all this stuff. The FBI brought over this stuff that they released yesterday because they wanted to say, look, here's what the FBI is doing. We've been telling y'all we've got to cut this, we've got to cut that. It kind of takes away the power of someone bitching about him cutting jobs and getting rid of parts of the FBI. So it's just kind of, to me, this is just my opinion on it. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of people, a lot of comments, a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people pissed off. I think it also has to do with a part of loyalty. And where I'm going to go with this is that from what I've seen from 3 or 4 of the influencers that received the book yesterday, from what I see, they were told that Pam Bondi was going to give a press conference to not say anything, basically, to not release any of this until the press conference happened. Well, you got all these people out there bitching, oh, we want to know now. We want to know now. Well, some of them people started releasing the shit anyway. Briar Patch, how you doing? So they started releasing the shit anyway, right? Okay, well, I just think it's a big play to get the people out there because, gosh dang, what's the guy from Virginia, the military dude? He's not, he run for Senate or run for Congress in Virginia. Dadgummit, what's his name? Nick Freitas, however you say his name, Nick Freitas. He got one of the folders too, and he never released any of his information. All he did was come out and just talk about it a little bit. Okay, so yeah, Nick Freitas. So I really believe that this was done on purpose. This was done to point out the rogue people so that it's a little easier for them to say, we're getting rid of all y'all's asses. You know what I mean? I think you folks should enjoy the first 100 days, right? Man, and everybody's so pissed off about this. And this is something else that nobody has taken into consideration. The FBI has been sitting on this shit for, 5 years now, 6 years or something? They've been sitting on all this fucking information of people literally kid diddling, man. I'm talking about powerful people, and that's something else you got to understand is that, man, there are a lot of powerful people involved in this. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of powerful people around the world. And I know, so what? Fuck them, I agree. I hope they fucking hang and burn in hell, okay, for what they have done. But you also got to be tactful about how you do this, because you could start World War III just like that by releasing this list full out, by just going full out. You could start World War III big time. You could start a lot. You could start a chain of events that you cannot stop. You know what I'm saying? Pilgrim, what's happening? So we'll never see the list. You don't think so, Briar Patch? I don't know, man. I don't think we're going to get to see it in the way that we would like. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people just like, hey, just throw the list out there and just let us all look at it. Well, you also have to understand that they want to put some of these people in prison. Trump signed an executive order that makes kid trafficking, and kid diddling, things like that. Trump signed an executive order that's a mandatory death sentence. It's the death penalty. There's no, you don't get to plea down. It's a mandatory death sentence for this shit, right? Just got a bad feeling Trump's protecting someone, and seeing that's another angle. I'll go on that angle here in just a second, Captain Coral. But what I'm trying to say is my belief. I think some of the bigger names that are on this list, right? Lynn, how you doing this morning? I think some of the bigger names on this list there's probably some plea deals fixing to be made. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody, the one thing I do for sure want to point out and make sure everybody understands and listen to me when I say this. Let's say that any of y'all out there listening right now was sitting in Pam Bondi's shoes right now. You're getting a list from the FBI. What's up, Maccabeus? You're getting a list from the FBI. Now tell me something. Do you trust the FBI? Do you think Pam Bondi trusts the FBI? Do you think that the list that they give you may or may not actually include some of the real people on it, and may actually include some people that never went to Epstein Island? But they're just putting them out there because they feel like they're enemies of the leftist party. Do you see what I'm saying? They already call a lot of, you know what I'm saying? They already call a lot of conservatives and, MAGA people. They already call us terrorists and we're Nazis and all this other shit. So why would you just automatically take what the FBI sends you and just throw it out there in the public and be like, yep, here, this guy, this person here went? Man, because you got to understand, you are at that point, you're the most powerful cop in this nation, and you are out there saying these people are pedophiles. I would make sure 100% that the people on that list are the people that actually went to Epstein Island. You know what I'm saying? Calling someone a pedophile before you verify, man, that's a big step. It's a really fucking big step. So I think there's Sophia B, how you doing? G-Mon Nana, how y'all doing? How y'all doing this morning? I think the really big step here, the thing that I think the most is that these people, the FBI, they're corrupt to the fucking bone, and everybody knows it. I wouldn't trust a fucking thing they put out until I verified. So the same thing would hold true, with Pam Bondi. I don't believe she's stupid enough to just throw shit out there without verifying it, right? I'm not sticking up for none of them, okay? I don't trust none of them. I don't even trust Trump. I mean, I'm just being honest about it. I voted for him. I think he's doing an excellent job, but I'll call him out in a fucking heartbeat, man. No, but trust U.S. Marshals in my own eyes. She should have been there or sent cash to take the building over last night. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that. So, that's one of the part that gives me pause, about all this. But this is just something to me that, I've been seeing all these people pissed off, they're upset, they're throwing fits. I've just been like, well, most of us didn't believe we were ever going to get to see any of this shit anyway. So, yeah, it's another nothing burger as we figured, So that's a lot of my thought process on it. But again, when it comes down to it, the FBI handed me a list and I was the one responsible for moving forward on this. I would be making damn sure that they didn't maybe throw a couple of the victims' names in on the perpetrators list. See what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden you throw these victims' names out there because you didn't verify. Now what happens? Now you just outed some victims, man. Boy, you want to talk about making you look like a piece of shit. So I think that I think there's some playing going on here. I think there's some chess moves being made. I think they're verifying shit. And then you also got to understand this point. Think about it like this also as well. If they're getting their shit together, you know what I'm saying? They're dotting their I's and crossing their T's per se. And they're what they're doing is just basically saying, look, you know what? We want to make sure we're investigating into this big name person, this big name person, this big name person. We want to make sure that we've got everything in order so that we really take this motherfucker down. Like there is no doubt about it. And the only ones that'll be bitching about it, we can look at them and say, why are you wanting to protect this pedophile? You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I just think that it's what are you so confused about, Pat? I mean it I really believe they're doing this shit on purpose. I believe it's to help drain the swamp. You know what I'm saying? You've got to have these swamp creatures expose themselves so that they're able to. These are the guys. You know what I'm saying? On who's telling the truth. Yeah, I mean, and seeing that's the hard part of it is who's telling the truth, and so we just have to go with the best that we can. I don't know what that means. Read backwards. Tom Hanks. Oh, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks. I see. Tom Hanks. His posts are very telling. Yeah, I've seen the post, the one where he's got the black eye and there's like the clock on the back with the hot dogs and hamburger or hot dogs or whatever. Yeah, I seen pizza. Think how many people reached out for a plea. Maybe part of that plea is keeping the name out of the public, scare tactics to make the weak jump and the names. Exactly. Seeing that's another point of it too, is that I'm sure there's a lot of people that know their name is somewhere on that list and they're like, hey, I'll work with you. I've got the goods. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is that didn't Pam Bonnie low key give slap on the wrist? Well, and I've heard that, Lynn. I just don't know. Serbian Prepper, my brother, over in Serbia. How you doing, man? Glad to see you, man. I'm glad you come in and said hi. I've actually talked to Serbian in a backstage setting before. Serbian is cool as hell, man. Serbian is cool, motherfucker. So anyway, yeah. So man, I don't know. I've heard about that with Pam Bondi in Florida. I just don't know. I haven't really got the research into that. All I can do is know what I see now, and try to pay attention, because listen, I'm just going to tell y'all guys straight up. When I was younger, 20, 19, 18 years old, I mean, I voted for Bill Clinton, man. I mean, back then, young, dumb, and stupid. I mean, you see what I'm saying? So Pam Bondi, maybe she did something stupid. Maybe there was more to it than maybe she didn't have any other choice. Let's put it that way. This is a big ordeal with Epstein. I don't know if y'all have ever seen the interview or not, but go look up John McCain's wife interview about Epstein. Go look that shit up. John McCain's old lady literally sit there and said they knew about Epstein. They knew what was going on the whole time, but they were scared to death of him because of the power that he had, the powerful people that were in his little clique. They were scared of Epstein. So this is John McCain's wife. So, you got to understand it's, so that's all I'm saying. Yeah, Lynn, with the long while back, man, there were a lot of people that were scared of Epstein. I don't think names will truly be named unless there are more Dems than Republicans on the list. We're a tit for tat timeline right now. However, got to watch what's going on in the bigger picture. Yeah, exactly. See, and that's another thing that I want to point out right there. Thanks for reminding me of that, Sophia, is that I was thinking about this last night because I wanted to do this live stream and talk to y'all guys about this. We're a right now society, man. Everybody wants everything right fucking now. You know what I mean? I want it right now. I want the list right now. I want the JFK files right now. I want this right now, right now, right now. And you know what's so bad about it is, when's the last time that anybody is asked or read about or talked about the Tesla truck, the Cybertruck that blew up in front of the Trump deal up there in Vegas? When's the last time anybody, you know what I'm saying? And everybody was right after that. Everybody was right now, right now, right now. We want to know what's going on with this guy. We need to know information right now. We still don't know shit. Does anybody know anything about that? I don't. I ain't heard anything about it. You know what I mean? So you got to understand, you got a lot of players in these agencies, these FBIs and such, that they're not going to tell, man. They think that they have the authority to do what they want to do. And they don't understand that they fall under the executive branch. And this is what Trump is doing, is they're making these people expose themselves. That's the 30-second mindset of today's TikTokers and Reels watchers. Yeah, exactly, Rabbit. And that's what I'm getting at. Is, look at, dude, how many times, honestly, has any of y'all got on the little YouTube shorts and just start scrolling and watching video after video, and you're like, holy shit, I've been watching videos for hour and a half, 45 minutes. It's like, shit, I got to get something done. I got to put this down, and it's that right now society. It's that mentality that we have been programmed to be. With these shorts and these, you got everything stowaway, man. I had a refrigerator over here in my shop. It was a great refrigerator. Thing was working, and then something happened, right? It stops working. I call the repairman. The repairman comes up here and goes, man, it's going to be $650. Here's the parts list. It's going to be about $650 for me to fix this refrigerator. because the coils in there, something about they were clogged up, yada yada. He's like, well, I can give you a new one for $700, brand new refrigerator. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll take a brand new one. You see what I mean? They've made it to where it's a throwaway. It's a right now society, and they do this with the news cycles as well. Man, you can something that was going on 2 days ago will not even be talked about. 2 days from now. You know what I'm saying? It won't even be talked about. Nobody. It's like everybody forgets because there's something else newest, latest, and greatest. I think we're the only two working today. My sister Erica, how you doing? How you doing, beautiful? How you and Billy and the family? How y'all doing? Hope y'all are well. Hutch, me too. I think we the only two working today. Listen, don't pat yourself on the back and try to get some kind of fucking big head over here, okay? Because maybe I was doing some work a while ago, and then maybe I wasn't. Who knows? Okay, only I know this. Just saying. Most people have the attention span of a gnat these days. I know, right? J9, what's happening, man? I appreciate it. Y'all know y'all don't have to do this shit. Is the Epstein shit a big deal? Yes. What's a bigger deal, in my opinion, is the border and our Second Amendment rights and the price of goods. I stay focused on that. Yeah, and that's a good point. And and thank you again. That's a really good point. Shady, what's happening? My brother Shady, how are you? Well, I miss y'all too, man. I've been just being quiet, I've been studying on stuff, just watching people, and just I'm a lurker, okay? I ain't shy about it. But but J9, you bring up a good point though. Like I said, there are other bigger problems right now, and yes, I want to get the pedophiles out of here. I want them sons of bitches to be put in front of a firing squad, to be hanged by their neck. I want these people to be put to death. I really do. But to me, I think as big a problem as getting these people sentenced and put to death and brought to the spotlight and everything, I want to see these rogue ass fucking agencies get taken down. This is something, man. They've been, dude, man, the saying, Leela, how you doing? The things they have been doing to us, you know what I'm saying? God dang, man, the dude, they literally was saying if you go to school board meetings and buck against the school board, you're a fucking terrorist, a domestic terrorist. I want to see these agencies be taken down. You don't have to keep doing the deal. And by the way, I was up at 2:15 a.m. for work today. Well, ain't he just Mr. Special? Just come in and just kick everybody's ass on that deal. I was up at 2 o'clock this morning going to work. Hell. Whatever. But yeah, I would love to see these rogue ass agents in there and these agencies taken down. I think something like the FBI, if they focused on what they're supposed to be fucking doing, it's really a pretty good deal. Because there are a lot of terrorists. There's a lot of people that are in this country that want to harm everyday Americans like us. You know what I'm saying? And these people need to get out of there. But we need to get these people exposed to these rogue agents and get them out of there. Because one thing about it, like when we've talked about in communities, in these communities and everything, prepping communities, yada yada. One of the main things is that if you're not in with what the group wants, the group wants to grow food, do this, do that. You're just a taker, or you're just you come in and you're against all that. Lynn, you do have a really good point there, J9. Lynn has a really good point. Feds have to get suited up, so they do have to get up extra early. But yeah, but like I said, these rogue agencies, all this shit, man, we got to get them out of there, man, and get the FBI back on to getting real terrorists out of our country. Do you think all those? I think this thing. I think this thing is happening. I think there is a lot of stuff that we're going to start to figure out that is way more tied, because go and look up celebrities that own islands. Go look that up. That's yeah, that's pretty interesting right there. And then go and look at the Epstein list, the client list, or the flight logs that are out there. You can find them. They're out there. I mean, some of the stuff. So basically what got released yesterday was stuff that was already been released that's out there. So, I'm just saying. But, island hopping. Yeah, exactly, Robert. That's what I'm getting at, man. There's a lot of these people that own a little islands and shit, man. Johnny Depp, I believe, owns an island, a little small island. Shit, I was trying to think, man. There's a bunch of people. There's a bunch of people that own islands and shit, man. So dude, y'all got to understand this. This shit is big, man. It's a whole lot bigger than just Epstein. And anybody that's pissed off about this, or like, hey, we gotta see the list now. Just give it time, man. Be patient. They've only been in there 30, 35 days. I don't know, less than 40 days, man. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. If you look, he is flooding the system. He's making them file all these lawsuits so that they can go through the Supreme Court. And about 90% of the stuff Trump is doing is going to win in the Supreme Court. And then there's going to be a precedent set. You see what I'm saying? How much is international water? Oh, sorry, it's jumping. How much is actually done on American soil? That's another good point, because isn't Epstein Island, that's not U.S. territory, is it? I can't remember. 60 miles out, I believe it's international waters. I don't know. Does any of y'all know, was Epstein Island in international water or in somebody else's territory? I can't remember. That's going to have another thing about it too, but I'll tell you, anybody that's upset about this deal or upset about Trump, I want to tell y'all something. Y'all got to understand how Trump works, man. And Trump went and put them tariffs on Mexico, right? Mexico was like, well, we'll put tariffs right back on you, match you with tariff for tariff. Okay, cool. Our economy is like, 1,900 times bigger than y'all's. Okay. And then he said, we're shutting the border down. It's part of the U.S. Virgin Islands. Okay. See, appreciate it. U.S. Virgin Islands, dynamite. What's happening? So anyway, so what Trump does is he plays Mexico, right? He goes in there and he says, says he's going to tariff them, yada, yada. And then he says, okay, our borders are closed and we're going to start dropping people. We're going to push them back into Mexico, right? Mexico's like, Well, guess what? Not only are they accepting the people that we're pushing out, but now they're having to house them. Okay. because you had these little feel-good do-gooders there in Mexico as well, just like we have here in the United States. And they're like, well, you can't let them people sit out there and in the weather and not have no shelter and no water, no food. So guess what they did? Now Mexico is having to house a bunch of these people. So it's costing them big money because they wanted to buck against Trump. See, this is how Trump plays and works. Now he's going in and they're saying we're designating the cartel as terrorist. Okay, the Mexican cartels as terrorists. What happens next? I don't know if y'all know about this or not, but 25 cartel people, members, whatever, that were being held in Mexican prison. Guess where they're at? They just got flown. They just got flown to the United States to face charges here. You know what I'm saying? Because they harmed Americans. They brought, guns, drugs, everything over the border. So see, this is what Trump is doing. This is how he plays. You know what I mean? This is how he works. And Gitmo's going to be full. And I don't know if y'all know this, but they just built a 130,000 facility, 130,000 bed facility in Gitmo, by the way. Let's see, who owns Epstein Island now? Well, let's just see. Says a financer bought Jeffrey Epstein private island, Little St. James, an island owned. With plans to create a resort. So this guy that bought Epstein Island plans on making it a resort. Man, I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't go there. Couldn't do it. I'm trying to see. Stephen Deckoff, Deckoff, Stephen Deckoff, paid $60 million for Great St. James and Little St. James through his SD Investments firm. Deckoff is the founder of Black Diamond Capital Management. So there you go. That's who owns it now. Maritime countries also have executive economic zones that extends 200 miles from the shore. Founder of Black Diamond Capital Management, right? I wonder how many Chinese are part of the Epstein shit show. And yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Y'all got to understand this, man. Everybody, I think my personal opinion is I think there was a lot of jealousy yesterday that happened amongst the creators that didn't get, you know what I'm saying? That didn't get invited there to the White House to you know what I'm saying, to get these Epstein files. That was a nothing burger. And from what I understand, Pam Bondi told all of them that it was a nothing burger, that it was pretty much stuff that was already done. So I think this was a big side kind of thing, a big play. That's my personal opinion. And I think everybody needs to chill the fuck out and step back and understand that this is a huge ordeal, man. This connects people all over the world. You know what I'm saying? This has to do with Kentucky Patriot. What's up? Should build a military prison on Epstein Island. There you go. I agree with that. We should have bought it and built a big prison on that joker and made it a horrible place because the people that get sent there, yeah. But see, I'll be honest with you, man. Pam told Cash to start firing people. Cash Patel come out and with a tweet yesterday and was talking about he was whoever is hiding these files, because the Southern District of New York field office is the ones that no see, and that's hillbilly. That's that right now society mentality, man. We can't know that this ain't an operation. You know what I'm saying? That they're right on Kentucky, right on. What's up? So you got to understand, guys, man. That Jesus, man. See, this is that right now society. This, you know what this reminds me of is here lately. Like, let's just say college football, for instance. You get one or two teams out there that get a coach in. He's had 1 year, 2 years in there, and he doesn't win a lot of games. They're like, let's get rid of him. Let's get rid of him. Instead of, look, man, he's recruiting these people. He's recruiting these people. He's had to get rid of this system and get these people. When you're coaching someone for 3-4 years, a certain way, and then someone new steps in and they've got a new coaching style, you have to scrub away all that oldness and put in the new. So things take time, man. I don't. That's that right now society, man. We want something right now, and I'm trying to tell y'all that Epstein list is going to have worldwide implications. Think about this for a minute. This is going to have worldwide implications. So, I mean, I think it should be done tactfully, carefully, in phases. I think it should be done to make sure that we're not, outing a victim that one of these rogue ass FBI agents thought, yeah, watch this, I'm gonna get them on this. I'm gonna put this victim under the perpetrators list, so they release this victim's name and all this, and that would be some fucked up shit, So it's something that it's something that we need to it's something that we need to just chill out on, man, and let this shit happen. I mean, how long has Pam Bondi been sworn in? I mean, really and truly. When was she sworn in? What day was that? When was Pam Bondi sworn in? I type slow, y'all. February 5th. She was only sworn in February 5th. And do you know the dockets cases and the stuff that's going on? Something to watch. Says, I hear what you're saying, Backwoods, but I hope this doesn't turn out to be another Q, trust the process kind of thing. Let me fix this thing, because there's a we were hoping they're doing 4D chess, but in reality, and them delaying the cover. I mean, that's the cover up. Yeah, I just, I don't know. It's also a question, seriously, of what detrimental to. Yeah. Anyone here from Colorado, do not go to the Capitol this Tuesday to protest 25. The bill, I'm assuming you're saying Antifa is trying to set us up for the violent confrontation. Shady, I'm going to tell you something, boy. Back in the day when I was going out there against Antifas and BLMs, man, we were kind of hoping they would want to have a violent confrontation, because we were ready to whoop somebody's ass, man. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it's probably not a good thing to try to get in trouble right now, especially somewhere like Colorado, that communist fucking state. Yeah, I said it. Epstein arrest 2006. I think Bush was press, 3-letter agency. Sees had info. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. I'm telling you, the reason why that stuff is going on. Tactical Muffin Top. How you doing? Tuck by V. What's happening? I never went in on that Q stuff. It really is. Look. Yeah, and you know, I played around with the Q stuff for a little while, and then I was just kind of like, yeah, I don't know about all this shit, man. You know, but I will say this: after 2016, and after Trump's first presidency, and all the shit that he went through, and then all the shit that he went through from 2020 on till now, do you think that he doesn't have a plan? I mean, do you think that Trump is not, you know what I'm saying? Do you think that he didn't have a plan? He's got a big plan. So as far as it goes for trust the plan, I'm not pushing no Q shit on here. I'm not a Q person at all. I do like to look at it, and I think some of the stuff is very interesting. You know what I mean? There's some very interesting stuff in there that you're kind of like, damn, that's okay, you know. But you know, the rest of it, I don't really give a shit, you know, as far as it goes for the Q thing. But I think everybody needs to chill out, man, and just also, as much as I like Trump, it's a little concerning that he's selling off some of our natural forests to corporate interest. We already have big cities sprawling out of control, eating up. Where I haven't seen this, where he's selling off forest. Where have you seen that at? That's a brand new one on me. Seriously, that he's selling off our national forest. Man, I would have to really check into that one, man, because I'm not saying that you are wrong, brother, at all, or whoever, something to watch. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, you know, I've not seen that at all, and I would man, there's a lot of people out there saying a lot of shit about Trump that ain't true. So I would executive order freed up. Damn it, this thing is jumping. Sorry. Freeing up or forced acts. Let me look this up. Let's just pull it up. Trump executive order freeing up or forced act. Okay, so an environmental group, Inside Climate News, an environmental group says it's going to, okay. Trump, all right, so you got an environmental act out there that said that he's fast tracked projects that would damage wetlands, environmental groups say. Then you got one that says Trump wants states to clean up their forest to stop wildfires. National Association of Counties says Trump issues executive order on forest management. President Trump issued an executive order last month directing the secretaries of Agriculture and Interior to implement policies to improve forest management practices, what he's been saying about California forever. Forest management practices by reducing hazardous fuel loads, mitigate fire risk, and ensure the safety and stability of local communities. Is that what you're talking about? Trying to find. Is that what you're talking about? Something to watch? Because that's all I'm finding on. It's Executive Order 13855 promoting. This is from governmentinfo.gov. Is promoting active management in America's forest, rangelands, and other federal lands to improve conditions. Let me see. To improve conditions and help. Sorry, it's My computer's messing around here. Promoting active management of America's forest, rangelands, and other federal lands to improve conditions and reduce wildfires. Is it something? Is that what you're? I wonder, because you got to watch out because there's a lot of people. I'm gonna tell you something else that's been going on. And they've been getting exposed. There's a lot of people that's been coming on and acting like they're like MAGA people, Trump supporters, things like that. They're going on and posing. These leftists are posing as these Trump supporters and going out and saying, "Look what Trump's doing! I can't believe this." He appointed some corporate lumber industry guy as chief of national forest to oversee the national forest. Okay. Let me see. Let me pull that link up here, Sophia. Trump quietly plans to liquidate public lands to finance his sovereign wealth fund. The sovereign wealth fund. Yeah, see, he's been talking about a sovereign wealth fund that February 3rd, 2025, President Donald Trump signed an executive order to create a sovereign wealth fund, saying the United States will have one of the largest funds in the world that requires raising trillions of dollars very quickly. For context, Norway's fund is currently worth 1.8 trillion US dollars. Sovereign wealth funds are typically financed with surplus revenue from trade or natural resource development. Given that the United States is roughly 36 trillion in debt, experts question where the money would come from. The Trump administration seems to be signaling that selling out and selling off the nation's public lands to the highest bidder might provide the necessary funding. Selling federal public lands would turn America's treasured places into a financial asset for the Trump administration without the need for surplus revenue, making it potentially enticing idea for its administration. That's interesting. That's the first I've heard of this one. Someone knows how to manage timber. Damn crazy idea, ain't it? Well, and seeing that's what guys, I'm just going to tell you, man. This is one of the reasons why I'm not griping at you something to why this is not about you at all, bro. I promise, man. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, we sell off timber in the United States. We've always done this. Red Eye Jim, what's up? I mean, I don't know. This is one of the reasons why I quit doing so many live streams and stuff, man, because nobody tries to look at the situation and look into it deeper and try to figure out what's going on. Like Rabbit said, I mean, we're getting lumber for them, but now with the tariffs, he's tapping into our public lands. And I mean, I'm not messed up about using our natural resources. You can use natural resources and do it environmentally friendly, things like that. I worked for the natural gas company here where we drilled the wells, we hooked the well heads up, we done all this stuff. We got the gas flowing out of the ground. I'm all about it, man. That's some natural resources, man. Anytime we're not buying it from somebody else and we're doing it here, man, we're doing good. You know what I mean? And so that's all I'm saying. I don't know. It's it goes both ways. Man, I just yeah, and see, and that's another thing, Lynn, right there. By the way, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the governor of the great state of Arkansas, the best state in the land. We went in and passed a bill and said Chinese that own any land in Arkansas, we'll give you fair market value for it. You have to sell it back to us. You cannot own land in Arkansas if you're a Chinese nationalist or whatever. You can't own. The U.S. used to be the largest lumber supplier in the world, when done right, is the easy way to do everything here. Exactly. And that's all I'm saying, man, is that what he's wanting to do with the sovereign wealth fund, I read a little bit about this before, is he's wanting to take our natural resources. I think Alaska does it, and he's wanting to take all of our stuff and, our resources, and we use our resources and the funding that comes from that resource, that we sell. I mean, look at Joe Biden, man. He was selling the shit out of our fuel reserves, man. He was depleting the hell out of that shit, man. There's so much stuff that we do. Apply the same. Yeah, exactly. We should get rid of all, and there should be no Chinese company, no Chinese people should be able to own land in our country, man. Fuck that. Well, he's just now announcing he's signing the order. Yeah, signing the executive order, make English our official language. I've seen that. Timber is a lawful market and industry since the start of civilization, and God has given the right that God gave to man as law over the dominion. Yeah. So, that's the thing. You can do these things right. We can grow back trees. Trees do grow. I know they take some time to grow and everything, but we can, if these kind of things are done right with our natural resources, just like when I worked for the gas company, I was all about it, man. It paid good money. We're using our own natural resources. Ship prices were going down like a motherfucker because of all the jobs. And, here in where I live at, and we did it. You know what I'm saying? It like one time I pulled up on a pad that we had just got through drilling, and now we were hooking up well heads and doing all this stuff. And I noticed this sheen because it was muddy, it was wet, it'd been raining, and I noticed this sheen across the pad, and I'm looking, and I call my supervisor, and I'm like, hey, man, there's a sheen, like an oil sheen all the way across this pad, man. I think something's going on. And so they come out there, and we found this vehicle that was leaking really bad, man. I mean, it had oil leaking off of it like crazy, dude. And it was all over the pad. And so they stopped all the trucks from coming off the pad. We brought in, and they brought in these fines or chat, you know what I'm saying? These little fine gravels, brought them in and lined the road with it, and had these trucks roll off on this stuff. And they would go in and scoop off a layer and have some more trucks roll off. We did it right. You know what I'm saying? So there's ways of using our natural resources and doing it right without harming the land. That's what the natural resources are there for. We could be, well, I've got 105 people in here. Thank y'all so much. I've got an announcement. And I've got an announcement. Are y'all ready? Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready for an announcement. Well, it's going to affect some of y'all, but some of you it's not. I'm not against thinning this damn. What is going on here? Damn it. Stop it. I'm not against thinning forest. That can be a good thing, but I don't want more corporations in our government running things. These corporations' interest selling our stuff off. Well, it's got to be some type of corporation to come in and do the forest. I mean, it's got to be a business. You know what I mean? I don't know. All right. So here's the announcement, everybody. I'm gonna here in a couple of hours. I've got to run down to my job that I'm doing, and I've got to take care of a couple of little things. It probably take me an hour and a half or so I can kind of move to the next phase of the job. I do my jobs in phases, just like No, I'm not going to pull a Hutch. I'm actually going to go see Hutch. So here in a couple of hours, I'm going to be leaving here, and I'm going to be driving to Hutch's house, And Hutch and I don't know what he'll want to do this afternoon. We're going to hang out, whatever it is. But for sure, tomorrow morning, we're going to drive around and we're going to have a campground, and we will have one picked out by tomorrow afternoon. We're going to have us a campground picked out, and we will set a date. We're going to talk about it. We're going to set a date. We're going to spend a little time. So possibly an announcement tomorrow night, maybe Sunday. I don't know, but we're going to try to. I am leaving here in a couple of hours. Every time I tried to plan it over these last couple of weeks, guess what happens? It rains or it snows. This happened, that happened. Well, ain't nothing happening this time. I'm leaving. I told my wife I didn't give a damn if it hair lipped the president, and I didn't care what happened. I'm going. We're going to whatever, Sophia. Really? You're going to doubt what I say? All right, then. I thought, man, I guess I'm not as, man, what? Sure? What is, man, y'all doubt me that much, man? You know what I think? I think that there is nothing but federal agents in the chat. I think I have a chat full of federal agents. Sophia B, freaking Hutch, freaking. We know J9 is definitely a freaking Fed. Hillbilly, I'm kind of wondering that Hillbilly might be a Fed. Salty Dog, what's happening, bro? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Glowing. I know my chat's glowing. Hutch is definitely a Fed. I know, right? Kelly Ray, my sis, how you doing? I'm doing good, Kelly Ray. I hope all is going well with you too. I know, Tactical, right? Kelly Ray, I was just saying, man, a bunch of my chat was doubting me of what I said I was going to go do. And I think they're Feds, man. I really do. I think they're a bunch of Feds. Let's see. What is all this? Y'all are mean, man. I don't even like y'all. With all that doubt backwoods, just go fishing instead. I know, right? I should just hook up my damn boat and go fishing, man. Block the problem makers and doubters. I know, right? I've already told on 47 of y'all. Man, I can't believe y'all, man. Y'all ain't even right, man. Jesus. Y'all sorry jokers, man. I may just go fishing. Hell with y'all and y'all's meetup, man. Shit. No, I'm looking forward to going up there, man. I really wanted to go up there, and just things has come up to stop me from going. So I want to get up there, hook up your boat, and fish here in Missouri. Need those dates. I got you. Yeah, no, we're gonna be up there for sure. I'm gonna be up there for sure this evening. No doubt about it. I'm figuring it's 10:39 now. I've got two things I need to do. One of them will take about 30 minutes, and the other one hour-ish. Shouldn't be much. And then after that, I'm go fishing with Hutch. Just don't let him put his feet in the water. Man, I'm gonna tell you what. I did take him fishing at the other meetup, and man, dude, he did stick his feet in the water, and it was like 19 fucking fish floated up. And I was like, damn, dude. I mean, I'm trying to catch the fish while they're alive. I don't want them poisoned. I can't eat them fish now. I don't know, man. Fucking Hutch, man. Screwed it all up, man. It was a good spot too, man. You should have seen all the good looking fish, man. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be heading up there in 2 or 3 hours. Which what 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should put me up there. I should be up there by 5 or 5:30. And it'll be up to him, but I mean, because I don't have no Wi-Fi's or internets up there, so The only internets we would have would be his. So if he wants to do a live this evening, we can. If not, I mean, what we got to come on. Do we really have to come on here all the time to please you people? I mean, you know what I mean? Y'all are so selfish, man. I mean, do you not think that me and Hutch have lives and have feelings and stuff, man? And y'all are just so selfish, forcing us to come live all the time, man. Yeah. Drive safe, y'all will. Right. Yes. Y'all are mean, man. Backwoods is sitting on a donut. They got the BBL surgery finally. What does that mean? I'm lost on that one. Yep, it's a losing battle here, Salty, right? Hey, I worked a full day. Man, see, all the time you out for that J9. Dr. Thunder, really? There is no replacement for this, okay? There is no replacement. Go get that camp spot. Leave the worries behind and fuck the doubters, right? Brazilian butt lift? Is that what you were saying? Brazilian butt lift? Huh. Okay. I didn't even have a channel. Gonna have to be a Backwoods Live. Hey, I mean, Hutch just mad because my butt looks better than his. That's all. He just mad. Don't be hating, man. Don't hate the player. Just hate the game, brother. Don't hate the player. Jesus, what's wrong with you, man? Backwoods got a butt lift. I know, right? You would think I mean, in all seriousness, if I was going to get a lift, it would be on the bottom of my feet, man. So I'd be fucking taller. So everybody would quit fucking bitching at me because I'm short. Big bitch line. The natural ice equivalent. I know, right? Ugh. Natty ice. Ugh. See, I'm just reading through chat, man. Like I said, guys, like I said, just in all honesty, let's just be patient, man, because here's the grand scheme of things of what you need to understand, everybody out there right now. You can't control a fucking thing that's going on up there. So why get all pissed off about it? Why, all we can do is post our opinions on these social medias. I've told y'all about this before. We have a golden opportunity. All these people are on X and these Twitter, all these other ones, TikTok, all these motherfuckers, all them higher ups, these Congress and all these people, they're all on these social media platforms. Get on there, express your opinion. That's the best that you can do right now. We can't change. We can't go up there and physically force Pam Bondi to release these files. We can't, we all want it when we want it. You know what I mean? And instead of realizing that we can't do anything about what's going on up there except, voice our opinions, because that's the main thing about it. And go about your fucking daily life and have a great day, man. And do something each day to improve your life. Do something each day to make it to where you set yourself up tomorrow being even a better day than it was for today. What the fuck? What the fuck? See, Hutch, I was gonna bring you something when I come up there, but you know what? I'm not gonna do it now. I ain't bringing you shit except for a hungry belly, and I expect to get fed when I get up there. You know what? I want a steak. I want a steak and baked potato, and I want it grilling on the grill when I get there. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Eric? You see what I'm saying? I want the motherfucking steak on the grill, and the baked potato to be good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Sophia, bringing him a knuckle sandwich. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but he's kind of that. You know, he's kind of tough. That might be. I might get a knuckle sandwich myself, man. I'm really not into eating knuckle sandwiches, man. I don't care for that. So you're bringing pizza? You know, Gma, it's funny because honestly, I seriously thought about that yesterday. I was like, I ought to go over and get a pizza, man. Just show up with a fucking pizza. I swear to God, I thought that yesterday. I really did. All right, Rabbit, we'll see you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get off here, man, because I want to go on and I want to go ahead and get these couple of things done, and I want to get these couple of things done, and we will and so I can get my shit together and head up there, go up there and stay the night. We may do a live stream this evening. We'll do it on my channel. I don't give a shit if Hutch wants to. If not, we won't. But we are for sure going to. I'm going up there. We should be. Hutch, you're still here. Just kind of verify yes or no. Should be able to have a deal by this evening or by this weekend. By the end of the weekend, we should have an announcement. I'm hoping. Be safe today. Thank you. Thank you. Get the regular steaks. The prices of the fucking steaks from the sky right now. I know, right, Eric? Make sure kind of broke back mountain shit. Bud. I have multiple tools that will stop him from any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Beat the shit out of somebody with this. Trying that Brokeback Mountain shit. Backwoods rants can get very explosive. I can get a little heated sometimes. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if Hutch wants to do a live stream tonight. We will. We'll do it on my channel. No big deal. I'll have to hook up to his interwebs. I was going to take my laptop with me so I could be able to look shit up. And then, like I said, hopefully we should have an announcement this weekend so everybody can start making their plans for our meetup this year, our 4th meetup. 3 successfully and 4 will be successful too. We will have people that is not known, but is there. But you will know who these people are, but you will not know that they are assigned as ass whoopers. You know what I mean? For people that come and cause trouble. We will go over all that. Guys, seriously, everything you can do, anything you can do today to improve your life for tomorrow, get it done. Okay? Get it done. Hope you're able to do some fishing. Oh, I'm going to definitely be doing some fishing. No doubt about it. Hoes in all area codes, right on. So, y'all, remember, when you prepare your mind properly, things will fall into place. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. Do something to improve your life for tomorrow, to make it just a little easier. And it's about all I got, man. Backwoods out.